Hello, family. After we moved into the rancho back in 2015, you probably heard Lizbeth's story of how the Lord said, "Welcome home." He gave us the confidence to buy the property and maintain the faith that it was ours when somebody else made an offer ahead of us. 45 days later, we were moving into what has become a place that we still pinch ourselves in disbelief that we live here. Since then, we have continued to employ this house as a place of worship, refuge, and learning. And we have persisted by housing and employing people temporarily who were in tough situations. And we even have continued to help others, particularly the kids' peers, who we have found often have tense situations at home, especially in the wake of the health crisis. We've also have the unique honor and responsibility of housing my parents, and we give them on-site care, and we've completed the construction of the guest house for them to enjoy, which allows them to have a great father, grandfather, and grandkid experience. In just 5 years, the kids have matured into very kind and thriving young adults, particularly Aiden, who has not only been active in sports, but recently received his ROP certificate in auto body repair, creating a clear pathway for his career post-graduation. He's going to be a senior in the fall, and Skylar will be joining him as a freshman. That school is not ready for her. Lizbeth and I celebrated our 8th year of marriage this month and continue to reap the benefits of our pre-marriage workshop investment. Despite some of the trials we have walked through, we are as strong as ever. Just keep making that salsa, woman. 2019 was a tough year for us after a client filed for bankruptcy and took a significant amount of fees due to us that were earned outright. Thankfully, time separates our past from our present and our future. It protects us from being in a permanent condition. And time is really the only commodity given equally to everyone, almost like a currency. So we spent our time making investments in ourselves and for the future. We used 2019 as a year to rebuild our business and rethink certain goals. We put several projects on hold, including the renovations we had planned for the rancho. Instead, I wrote a book on stepping into your purpose and have 2 shows that we are preparing to pitch related to similar themes on purpose, as well as addressing social inequities in an educational and humorous way. We know the health crisis is far from over, but we've been able to pivot with our business and thrive, as well as press in on some things we believe God has allowed us to do and why He gave us this house, which is why I decided to make this video and invite you to something. For the last year and a half, we have had to look at our front yard as if it were looking at us mockingly. Some days I would get sad or angry, but thankfully we know that every vision is tested for authenticity, which has helped us to stay focused. We are pleased to include you in our next effort, which is building our little block wall and a security gate that will be installed in the front of the property. Lizbeth and I have walked this property together many times, talking about the ministry that is going to happen, the places where people are going to be healed and comforted, where marriages are going to be saved, where there's going to be renewal. And this small step of building a security feature represents to us not only an entryway that lets you know that you are on God's property, but that you are entering His kingdom and not our home. This weekend, we will be preparing the soil, running conduit and wire, but most importantly, we will be inserting Bible verses in small pieces of wood, which we will put inside the pillars and the voids of the blocks before and during the construction. We want to invite you to send us a verse that would bless this wall and fortify the property, as well as ensure that people feel God's presence when they cross that gate. So feel free to email or text us. We'll send you photos as things progress. And as always, we love you.